Hi, my name is John, and thanks for joining me. This is going to be a quick tutorial in phpMyAdmin. So let's just jump right in, and I'll show you a few basic things you can do in phpMyAdmin to create a database and create a couple of tables and some basic select statements. So here we go. Click on database, and we're going to create a new database. And we're just going to create a database and call it cars. And now once that's created, we can click right into that. And here we are in an empty database, and we're going to create a table to store make information about cars. So I'm going to give it a name of makes, and we're going to have two columns in the table, and we're going to click go, and that's going to create the table for us. And the first column is going to be the ID column, and that is going to be our primary key column, and we're going to use auto increment on that. And the next field is going to be the make column, which is going to be a varchar field, and we'll just use 50 length on that. And we're going to click save, and that will create the table. And here you can see the table. You can browse the table, but it currently has 0 rows, the structure. And let's go right ahead and insert some data. So for our first car make, we're going to add Audi. And we can just leave the ID field blank because MySQL is going to auto increment those fields. And the second column here is to make. The second row here is, we're going to call that BMW, and we'll click go, and that'll insert the data in. And we can now then browse the table, and we can see Audi and BMW, and it's automatically incremented the primary ID 1 and 2 for us. Anyway, let's go and add another couple of rows. So we'll add in Cadillac, and we'll add in Ferrari. So now we should have 4 rows in there. And there we go, there's 4 rows in the table. So let's browse back to the database itself, and we're going to create a second table, and we're going to call that models. Now that table is going to have 3 fields, and let's click go, and we'll create that table. So again, each table is going to have an ID field, and it's going to be the primary key, and we're going to use auto increment again. And the next field is going to be a make ID field, and that's going to be integer, and that's going to be our foreign key relationship back to our make table. And the last column, we'll just call that model. And it's going to be a varchar and varchar 50, and we can also specify this as an index on the make ID field, and click save, and that'll create that table. So we now have the 2 tables in the cars database, and let's go ahead and add some models. So the first one is going to be an Audi, and it's going to be an Audi A3. The second one will make an Audi 2, and we can make that an Audi A4. Click go, and that will insert the data. Let's just browse that data really quickly. Here's the models, 2 rows, A3 and A4, both linked to Audi, and with the auto increment keys. So let's just add a couple more rows, and we'll add a Ferrari Enzo. And let's add another Audi, and we'll go with an A6 this time. So then we'll have four records in both tables now. So you can see we've got 3 Audis and 1 Ferrari. So let's go right ahead and see how we can link those 2 tables with a join statement, and just show you how that works. So here's the query window, and we're just going to alias the table MO, and we're going to join makes as MA, and for the moment we'll just leave that star, and the join is going to be on the make ID field equaling the model make ID field. So let's just run that query and see if that works. So yeah, now we have a table of results with a lot of different ID numbers, but you can see the make and there's a link to the model. So there's your Ferrari Enzo. But anyway, we just want to clean this up a little bit and just select the fields we're interested in rather than all these ID fields. So pop the query back open here and just bring that over to this side so we can see what we're doing. So the models, we want the model name and we want the model ID. And from the makes table, we just want the make. So that should bring us back 3 fields. And there we go. You got your ID, your model, and your make. So there we go. That brings the end of the tutorial. Please subscribe because I'm going to be creating some more tutorials. If you have any comments or questions or any ideas or things you'd like me to cover in future video tutorials, please let me know and I'll be sure to follow up and work on that. So thanks a lot. Hope you enjoy. Goodbye.